I see you. I definitely see you. Do you see yourself? I am not defined. I'm not defined by a disability that I may have. I'm not defined by a label that society puts on me. I'm not defined by the limitations that are put forth before me because I believe in myself. I am not defined. Welcome to the third installment of the Voices Anthology. My name is Lance Wolfman Hendrickson. As many of you guys know, there's so many people out there that let labels, limitations define who they are. They let their disabilities define who they are. They don't try to push through. They don't try to conquer obstacles. They don't try to simply believe in themselves enough to know that they can do anything they put their mind to. People let other people's definitions define who they are. You may be in a wheelchair. It doesn't mean you have to let that define who you are as a person. You are a strong, amazing, a beautiful person. Let the world see who you are, who you know who you are. Don't let a label define you. Don't let your limitations define you or your disabilities define who you are, because you should never, ever, ever let anyone else define you. You define who you are. You are the one that is guiding yourself on this journey, on your path in this thing we call life. You are the only one that has the ability and the right to define who you are as a person. Remember that. Let that soak in a little bit. Just let that soak in. Nobody else out there in the world has a right to define who you are. Why do they think they have that ability to do so? They're not truly capable of understanding who you are as a person in your mind, in your heart, in your soul. They don't know who you are, because only you do. So you're the only one that's able to define you and put a label on you and limit yourself. So why do you do it? Why do you let other people bring you down and label you and limit what you can do? There's so many possibilities in this world. You may be in a wheelchair, but it doesn't define you to a house, doesn't define you to not being able to do what you want to do. You can do anything you put your mind to, as long as you believe. Believe in yourself. I tell you guys that each and every day. You just gotta believe in yourself. And know for a certain fact that you are blessed to be here. You woke up today for a reason. You may have been born with a disease that never allowed you to walk. So you're in a wheelchair. Every day you wake up. Every day you are stronger than you were the day before. And here you are in your 20s and in your 30s, still conquering obstacles left and right, because you truly believe in yourself. And you have the knowledge to know that the world may place limitations on you, but only you can limit yourself to those limitations. You just gotta truly believe in the fact that we are blessed to be here. We are given this chance for a reason. We are here for a reason. Even though you may be blind, you can't hear, you have severe depression, you're in a wheelchair, you use a cane to walk, or your body is just shutting down, but you wake up that next day for a reason. Don't let other people's definitions limit to what you can do with your life. Become a positive aspect in somebody else's life. Show them that your wheelchair does not limit you to just doing nothing. We don't need anyone's pity if we have a disability, we have a limitation. That only hinders us. That only brings us back to us thinking that we are not good enough to be here, but yet we are here. So we are good enough to be here. We are good enough to break obstacles, to break molds, to redefine what it is and what it's meant to be in a wheelchair, what it's meant to be a blind person, what it's meant to have autism, what it's meant to have any other disability. People think disabilities means that you're not able to do anything, that you're limited. Nah, I don't believe that one bit. You may be disabled, but you're not limited. You're still able to get around, you're still able to be yourself. You bring joy, pure and absolute joy in the people's lives that surround you, because they believe in you. They know you can do anything. They don't pity you. They treat you just like anybody else out there. And that should show you one thing. And that your disability is not your limitation. Your disability is your superpower. Understand that. People with disabilities are amazing people. They always smile. They always have that love in their hearts. They always have that ability to overcome so many obstacles put in their way. Not necessarily because all the times they want to, but they know they can. They believe. So why can't you believe in other people? Why can't you break the mold? Why can't you stop with the labels? Stop with being defined by your limitations, by your disability. You're just limiting yourself. You're limiting others what they can do, their superpowers, their amazing souls, their beautiful hearts, and their strong minds and wills. You're not doing anyone a service by doing pity. You're not doing anyone a service by limiting yourself or limiting them. You're doing them an injustice. Uplift them. Guide them if they need to be guided. Show them that even though they're in a wheelchair and you are too, that they can do anything because look at you go. You have done so much in your life, even though you're confined, not defined, confined to a wheelchair. Limits. So many people put limits on what they can do and why. It just makes no sense to me whatsoever. You limit yourself because you are too afraid to get up off your butt, or you're too afraid to do something because you're afraid of being rejected or afraid of not being able to do it on your first try. Sometimes it takes 5, 6, 7, or 8, 9, 10 tries to do something. But you did it. You kept going back again and again and again and trying to conquer this demon, trying to conquer this obstacle, trying to climb that mountain. That just shows you how strong you are. That just shows you how beautiful you are and how amazing of a person you are. Spread that message every day. No matter how much you fail because of your disability, of your limitation, because of the labels people put on you, you get right back up and do it again. You may fall again, or this time you may succeed, but you keep going back until it is done and that obstacle is behind you and your journey is moving forward. Labels, limitations, disabilities. I hate that word, disability. I really, really hate that word. There's so many amazing people out there in wheelchairs. So many amazing people out there that are blind and can't hear, and they've done amazing things in their life, and they've conquered so many obstacles, and they've shown people how amazing, how truly amazing a person can be, even though they're confined to a bubble, to a label, because other people believe they need to be labeled. But they know in their hearts and their minds and their souls that the label is just another hill to climb. And when they do, they stick that flag in that and say, I was here, I was at the peak of the mountain, I was at the summit, and I showed the world. Even though I'm confined to my wheelchair, I rose to the top, I climbed that mountain, and I showed the world I could do anything I put my mind to. It comes down to the simple fact, you gotta truly believe in yourself. You gotta truly believe in the fact that you can do anything you put your mind to. As long as you have that mentality, anything is possible. But the moment you allow the negativity and not the positivity in your life, the moment you allow a label or your limitations just seep in just a little bit, you start losing a little bit of yourself. You start losing the ability to move on in your day. You start losing the ability to overcome the obstacles that are placed before you. Never allow anyone or anything or labels or nothing define you. You define you. Remember that. I don't know if I made any sense in this video, but I really want you guys to know that people with disabilities are amazing people. People who suffer from depression, anxiety, panic attacks, that have major health issues, are not defined by their label. They're defined on how they carry themselves. Don't pity somebody because they have a disability. Pity hinders their greatness. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in today. This has been Voices I Am Never Defined. God, let that seep in. Everyone wants to define somebody else. For what reason? There is none. I guess people just gotta feel safe. Somebody's different than what they are. I really hope each and every one of you know that you are blessed to be here today. You were given this day to prove people wrong, to overcome obstacles, and to rise higher than you were the day before. You are the reason why the world is able to have some compassion and love, to have that kindness and have the moments of joy. You light up the world because you truly believe in the power of positivity. You truly believe in the mantras that we say here each and every day. Wake up, conquer, survive, sleep, repeat. You do that every damn day. Brothers and sisters, be that love, be that compassion, be that kindness, and forever be that joy in the world that you want to see today. The world's in a dark place these days, and it needs people like you to show that the power of positivity is stronger than that of negativity. Remember, negative moments last seconds compared to those positive moments. Be positive. that you have been given this day to overcome what others place before you. I love each and every one of you, and I want you guys to know that today is your day. Get out there on your path in this journey called life. Overcome those obstacles. Never look back. Never be defined. And never let anyone else tell you different. You are amazing. Have a good rest of your day, and I love each and every one of you. Signing off.